If you've been looking for a challenging RPG adventure that will push you to your limits, Vagante has got you covered. Vagante is an RPG roguelite that will test your patience at times and really force you to learn its mechanics if you want to succeed. And I really enjoyed it, but is this game worth your time and patience? Let's talk about that. But before we do, if you love all things RPGs, then consider subscribing to my channel. I put out news, previews, reviews, and more. And I would also like to thank the publisher for providing me with a review copy of Vagante. And they were also kind enough to provide me with another copy to give away for the Xbox. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this video. And on top of that, I'm also going to be giving away a copy of Vagante for any console. And all you have to do to enter is comment down below what console you want to win Vagante on, and I'll be picking a winner 1 week from the time this video is released. I'll reply to the winner's comment and let you know how you can receive your copy of Vagante from there. And now that we got all that out of the way, is this roguelite adventure worth your time? Let's talk about it. Vagante is a 2D action RPG roguelite that will see you take on the role of one of 3 classes trying to make it to the end of a cave in the hopes of finding a secret fortune. You will have to make it to the end of the cave in one run though, and it's a lot harder than it sounds because between you and the end is an ever-changing dungeon that is full of mini bosses, traps, and enemies that are all trying to kill you. And if you hope to make it through all of that, you'll have to find a class that suits your playstyle best. And if you don't like the starting classes, don't worry, you'll also unlock more as you progress further and further in your runs. As for how you'll unlock skills that come with the classes, during your runs as you finish floors there will be a rest point that's in between floors that will have a fire that you can camp at. Here you will spend your skill points that you unlocked by leveling up from defeating enemies. As for what the skills are, each of all of the classes will share basic attribute skills such as strength, dexterity, vitality, and so on, as well as class-specific skills that will offer new abilities and attacks for certain weapons and defense. Your level will reset each run, so you can get really creative with your builds without the stress of commitment. I would suggest for your early runs to just fill everything out class-wise and see who you really enjoy playing as. You also have access to a large arsenal of weapons and spells that you will find in hidden chests throughout each level that can offer different stats and buffs as well as debuffs depending on if they're cursed. Thankfully, there is a scroll that will allow you to know what each of the items do before equipping it, and I would highly suggest you trying to carry as many of these as possible around, because a cursed item can really ruin a good run. Other things you should know about the cave are, each floor will have a mini boss that can be skipped altogether, but I would suggest you fight as many of them as possible because when they're defeated, they drop a boss key that will open a specific chest on that floor that will always give you a piece of rare equipment. Health is very limited though, so you will have to weigh the risk versus reward. Each floor will also have random shrines that will require specific types of items that you can give them and possibly receive a reward in return for these items. These rewards can vary from very useful to very dangerous though, so you'll have to be careful. The last thing you'll see on each floor is a shop where you'll spend gold that you pick up from enemies and chests. It will always be 3 random items and it's pretty much up to luck to see if you get something good or not. Overall, I really enjoyed my time with Vagante, even though I was close to pulling my hair out at multiple times. I'll never forget how accomplished and rewarded I felt for finally defeating the final boss. And you can enjoy this whole experience in co-op, which is also a huge plus for me. I can recommend this RPG to anyone unless you get mad easily or you're not a huge fan of roguelites. I think the replayability is really fun and adds a lot to it. But is this one that you're going to be picking up or are you going to be letting it pass by? Let me know down in the comments below. My name is Trotty, and I hope you found this video helpful, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.